Thank you. Now that you've got me out, you need to get the primary security console's override code, then lock the terminal down. Once you've got that code, if you can get to the secondary security station, you'll control the entire palace's security systems. The Slicer's still logged into his account. You should be able to just get whatever you need.
Bram tabanin soju. Yatuka Wanrika Chotin Wani Maura Bram Tabanin Sot. Kabadumpa.
Tell the Colonel we'll need more of our men to smoke the Royalists out of their hole. I don't trust those Sith. Oh, they're beasts. And another thing, if I catch any more of my men looting, then the Queen's Guard will be the least of your worries.
You Thanks for your help. Queen Talia is the rightful ruler of Onderon. Thanks for your help. Queen Talia is the right. Thanks for your help. Queen Talia is the right.
I don't know how you made it, but well done. Come in quickly before more Sith or Vaklu troops arrive. We got split off from Talia's troops by the currents of this war. We really need to talk, but Cadron and I are coordinating the defense of the war. I know Captain Cadron needs someone to handle a dangerous assignment. He's in the other room. Talk to him. No one else could do the job. I'm not her bodyguard. We were fighting at the palace gates. There were too many of them. We'll talk when all of this is over. Until then, may the Force be with you. The defense of Isis requires my...
Do you want me to guide you to the palace entrance? We can leave immediately if you like. As you wish.
So, you're the Jedi, eh? Well, the comm chatter we've intercepted is filled with reports about you. You fought right through their flank on the sky ramp? We desperately need someone like you. We've managed to hold this part of the palace, but Vaklu's forces control the rest. We need to get to the Queen before that flaming Drexel breaks through the inner door. There are 2 security consoles in the palace. The primary security console is on the other side of the palace. We need to transfer all primary functions to our terminal here, then disable the primary security console. After that, we'll control security again, and can get to General Vaklu before he gets to the Queen. Feel free to take anything from the armory lockers in the next room if you haven't already. This is no time for niceties. Talk to the corporal. He can take you quickly to the palace entrance when you're ready to go to the South Hall. Get to the Talk to the...
Do you want me to... Let's hurry then. Vaklu's forces could break into the throne room at any moment. Do you want to head back to Captain Cadron? We can take you... The area... Do you want me to guide you to the palace entrance?
The royal palace could fall any minute. We must save the Queen.
Bram taban. Yet.
Security terminal taken care. Let's head to the throne room. need to hurry to save the Queen.
Do you want to head? Yeah.
Get to the Talk to the... Get to the The other security room is the furthest room down the South Hall. You're probably going to have to fight a lead. Talk to the...
The defensive Isis.
Get to the security. Talk to...
You want me to get?
So, you're the jet. We need after the... You have? Oh, son of a mugrak! Corporal, the door's open. Hurry! They might break through the inner door at any moment.
Security terminal. Let's head to the... We need to hurry to save...
Yes? Of course. I trust...
Will you just die already? You will go no further than this. You're too late. Our pet beast is about to breach the force field to the throne room. The Queen will be dead in moments. Watch out! I've lost control of the beast! Ignore the beast. Into the throne room. The Queen must die. Oh, blast it all!
The defense of Isis requires my full attention. Later.
Your time is at an end, Talia. Your people have abandoned you, and now your life is forfeit.
You would destroy everything just for your ambition, Vaklu. The Republic, ISIS, everything.
That is a gross simplification, Talia. Change is a painful process. A price must be paid. But Onderon will have a new destiny, one larger than you could imagine.
You're getting careless, Vaklu. One more mistake, and you're the one who will pay the price.
Damn you! Your skill with the blade won't save you from my men. Goodbye, Talia. Fire! What? The Jedi lives? But how? Kill her and the Queen men, quickly. They must not be allowed to live. You've won this battle, Talia. But your reign won't be an easy one. The Republic is a sinking ship, and you're too attached to it.
He's too dangerous to leave alive. As distasteful as it is, it might be best to silence him forever. Until he's dead, all of Onderon is in peril.
Damn you, Jedi. You have stopped a chance for a new age for this planet. In time, Onderonians will curse your name.
What is done is done. I don't think the service you have given us can ever be repaid. I must go with Captain Cadron. The fighting must be stopped. I will be back shortly to try and repay you. The crisis is over thanks to you and Master Kavar. I believe he'd like to speak to you, if you'll excuse me.
Ah, the wound is not a mortal one, though it has been some time since I exercised my healing powers. There is a shred of life within you still. A gift from your master, no doubt. Awaken, Colonel Tobin. Your part in this is not over. Colonel Tobin, I am with Vaklu. The war has gone against him. He sent me to rescue you, to tell you you must make haste off-planet. The Jedi have struck. They had a secret academy buried on Telos, and they are showing themselves at last. We are all in danger.
What? But the Jedi are gone. They have all but vanished.
So we all thought, but they have hidden themselves on Telos.
Out of my way, old woman. This war can still be won, and Onderon can be freed.
To je odporná svině.
Indeed. This war is far from over.
Kdybychom ji radši měli pod dohledem. A my ji necháme takhle. Tyjo, neskutečný. Ona ho vylečila a řekla mu, že...
The Queen has requested you stay here until she gets back. Talk with...
A řekla mu o tom, že je poslední shromáždiště Jedi. Neuvěřitelné. Jak já tu mrchu nesnáším. Kdybych mohl, tak bych ji hned z začátku nechal na té těžařské stanici, nebo ji prostě popravil. Bohužel to nejde.
The Queen has requested talk with me. The Queen has talk with...
Ale samozřejmě to je příběh, který dopadne. Když bychom se nedali pozor, tak by to mohlo dopadnout.
The Force works in mysterious ways, it seems. There are times I'm not convinced it doesn't have a sense of humor. We spend all this time looking for you, and you came to us. I thought you might return to Onderon. Looks like just in time. I told the other masters that our only chance to figure out what was happening to us was to find you, and try to understand what happened to you. I don't know how much you know about this threat that's striking at the Jedi. It's attacking us through the Force. Varuk didn't believe me, but he was willing to travel to Dantooine, if only to help the settlers there, and perhaps protect what was left of the Jedi Enclave. Whatever the reason, having us all drop out of sight, I thought might make the enemy more bold. But then you happened. You came back, and you became a new target for whoever was attacking us. They were places touched by war, and we thought there was a chance you would return to these worlds, if only to try and make peace with what happened there during the war. But now the Sith have revealed themselves. That means the remaining Jedi will gather on Dantooine. From there, we can counterattack. Telos? But Telos was destroyed during the Jedi Civil War. I heard they're trying to rebuild. Atris? I thought Atris had gone to Qatar. Too many Jedi have scattered. The Council needs to gather. We cannot remain concealed any longer. We knew that someone was preying on us, hunting us. Finally, the Jedi decided to take action and called a secret conclave on Qatar to decide what must be done. Before the meeting could even begin, all the Jedi on the planet were killed, along with the Miralukas and all other life on the planet. Their deaths could be felt throughout the galaxy. So the Council decided that we must not present ourselves as a target again. The consequences to others were just too great. That we should use our resources to find who was responsible and deal with them. I think you're the only one who's made progress. The difficulties you surmounted to get here, you must have many questions. You deserve answers. That sounds like the bond that often forms between master and apprentice. But to that degree? You always did form connections to others, strong ones, even when you were a student. But what you are describing is beyond me. I'm sure others in the Jedi Council would be able to assist you, if you could find them.
Bez tak to vyvolala ta mrcha. Naschvál. Abychom ji nemohli popravit, abychom se ji nemohli zbavit.
Whatever I can tell you, I will. You always had deep connections to the Force. I'm glad to see that it is once again your ally. When I first sparred with you during your training as a Padawan, I could tell that you were different. And it wasn't just your strong connection to the Force. Whatever cut you off from the Force? Why do you think the Council was responsible for that? No, I'm afraid the cause of your condition was as great a mystery to the Council as it is to you. Whatever I can... There was nothing else we could do. You defied the Council. You followed Revan to war. I know why you did it, but in so doing, much more harm was done. But you must understand, the exile was never the punishment you thought it to be. We could not have made you do such a thing in any event. I think you knew, inside, what you needed to do in order to heal. All those lives during the Mandalorian Wars, and all those you served beside. Too much death leaves echoes in the Force. It is the price for having such connections. I suspect that is why you chose to accept the Council's judgment, to wander beyond the Rim, and why you traveled with no one, and did not stay in any place too long. I have thought of you since your trial, and there are times when I wonder if being connected to the Force is always the gift it is believed to be. Whatever. Scattered, searching for you, going to places where they thought they might cross your path. You were our last hope. Yes, at least that's what I asked them to do. I believe you are the key to this whole war. When you stood before us in the Council chamber on Coruscant, we felt something from you we'd never felt before. It was as if the Force had died within you, leaving you hollow. We had suspicions as to why this was, but nothing definite. But rather than try to understand, we sent you away. I think because at some level there was fear. We live our whole lives in touch with the Force, in touch with life all around us. And you had a gift in that regard. You formed bonds so easily, and they flowed deep between you and others. To see such emptiness in the Force standing before you, it's not an easy thing to face. Whatever is attacking us, it is leaving something in its wake. something we haven't felt since you stood before us in judgment. The deaths of the Jedi, the destruction of Qatar, all of these things are leaving behind echoes, like the one we felt from you in the council chamber. It was clear to us, to me, that we had to find you, but we couldn't call you back from exile, because we didn't know where you'd gone. Plus, there was a chance we might put you in danger, and that we couldn't allow. If you couldn't feel the Force, then it would just make you a target. I don't know how you got back, but I'm glad you're here. The thing is, in traveling to these places where war was fought, we felt the same thing. Echoes. Something happened in all these places, but it's hard to figure out what. It's hard to sense things through the Force in such places. Too much pain occurred here. It makes listening to the Force difficult. We resolved to meet again on Dantooine, but only when the threat revealed itself. Unfortunately, I happened to be here when it struck. Now that we've stabilized Onderon, I can join the others on Dantooine. Whatever. I know that all too well. I came here to find them, to trace them to their source. The war on Duxon and Onderon. I had thought that perhaps the tragedies that occurred here were concealing them. The Jedi Order has been fighting the dark side since the beginning. Our rules and the Jedi Code provide protection from what's inside each of us. The dark side is always there, and it is something that can never truly be defeated. I feel our current troubles, though, are beyond what we faced before. This threat that is targeting us, drawing us out, it's not a battle we're used to, and it has ended many of us. You've had more success than I. General Vaklu's men and their allies effectively kept me pinned inside the palace. I felt all along that Vaklu had contacted the Sith, but the identity and purpose of the Sith, I can't say. They wanted to aid General Vaklu in breaking away from the Republic. If Onderon became independent, this place would be an excellent staging ground for them. But I fear it was more than that the consequences of Onderon's fall would have greater implications for the galaxy. You've had more success than I. General Vaklu's men and their allies effectively kept me pinned inside the palace. I felt all along that Vaklu had contacted the Sith, but the identity and purpose of the... Whatever I can... It's a long story, but there's a reason the Jedi have scattered across the galaxy. We've come to worlds such as this one. Worlds touched by war or great tragedies can be felt within the Force, strongly. We thought that by traveling to such worlds, it would help conceal us from the eyes of the enemy, and they were places we thought we might find you. Whatever. We knew that someone was preying on us, hunting us. Finally, the Jedi decided to take action and called a secret conclave on Qatar to decide what must be done. Before the meeting could even begin, all the Jedi on the planet were killed, along with the Miralukas and all other life on the planet. Their deaths could be felt throughout the galaxy. So the Council decided that we must not present ourselves as a target again. The consequences to others were just too great. That we should use our resources to find who was responsible and deal with them. I think you're the only one who's made progress. Whatever I can tell you, I will. There is something I would like to teach you. It is a technique which, I believe, will aid you in the trials ahead. Many of the lightsaber forms you've already learned will bolster your abilities in one area, while leaving you vulnerable in others. For superior balance, use the Niman form. This form has no specific strengths, but no weaknesses either. It will provide a decent defense versus enemy force powers and blaster fire. Excellent! I'm impressed with how quickly you've mastered this form. I always knew you were gifted. I'm going to Dantooine. The Jedi Council vowed to assemble again when the Sith revealed themselves. Now that they've attacked Onderon, we can act. Our paths will cross again. May the Force be with you.
I'm sorry to keep you here. I needed to thank you personally for all of your help. Onderon owes both you and Master Kavar a debt that can never truly be repaid. Battles still wage in our streets, but by morning the conflict should be over. I recognize you must leave soon, but please, take this. I had also planned on giving you some relics from Onderon's past, but Vaklu's troops looted our museum. I hope the credits and my sincere thanks are enough. Captain Bostuko has made arrangements for a shuttle to take you to your ship. I fear it will be quite some time before you can come back. The war was brief but destructive. I will focus all of my energy on rebuilding Isis. Thank you again. I must go.
If you will follow me, I will take you to your shuttle.
I sense the conflict on Onderon even from this distance, General. Did everything go as you planned? Why bother? War is the natural state of things. All matter seeks to either assimilate or destroy other matter.
We should return to the Ebon Hawk now and plot our next course of action. You are here. The time to hide your presence is coming to a close, and you will need to increase your training. You are ready. Your training must increase, and there are higher mysteries you must learn. But only you must know the path you take. Is it battle that stirs you? To meet an enemy blade upon blade? Such is the way of the greatest of Jedi. Or perhaps it is investigating the mysteries of the galaxy, seeking out injustice and harm, and such is the way of the Jedi Watchman in the time of Ulik Keldroma. Or perhaps your way lies upon the ancient mysteries, and to teach others the ways of the Force, as I have. I shall wait. That crystal is bond. What is it? He, if he can truly be called a man any longer, is one of the Dark Lords that pursues you. I do not think he knows what you are. He spared the Miraluka, and that may have been the last shred of fear to keep his slave close to you. I suspect there was a reason he spared her, and perhaps a reason that she survived when the rest of her people and... One cannot have power of that magnitude that her master possesses and still think and perceive the universe as we do, as most of us do. I had hoped that you would not have to confront him, but her presence here has changed all that. You will have to meet him in battle. You must be prepared to sacrifice the blinded one. Perhaps her death will buy you the time you need to deal with her master.
Bych radši obětoval tebe, to bylo úplně nejlepší. Bohužel, tady to možnost není.
Entertain what illusions you will. I am too tired to argue with you. It is a technique that it... Yes, you fed upon its destruction. It will... Power? You would be wrong. There is no strength in the hunger he possesses. And it devours him as he devours others. His mere presence kills all around him, slowly feeding him. He is already dead. It is simply a question of how many... Nothing is impossible, and like... And... As much as one may use... Perhaps he is...
Tráta vleva. Nejlepší by bylo... Vynásobnost. opustil.
My life for you. I would. My life. The more I travel with you, the more questions I have. Duxon answered many of those questions. I learned more of myself and the conviction that that brings. And I wish to thank you for sparing me when we first met, so that I might learn such things.
Děláš srandu, ne? Tohle šmejda bychom taky měli.
Of course. It would be my pleasure.
Meditation envy?
Why don't you go sit on a rocket?
Calm down. What is your problem?
I don't want to talk about it.
Alright, you know, Atten, sometimes it's no wonder you can't figure yourself out the way you lie to yourself all the time. I've hunted a lot of people in my line of work, but I never met someone who wants to get lost more than you do. I've got a pretty good idea why, but not the whole picture. I will, though. My advice? Come clean before I find out. And stop watching her. She's got enough problems.
There was a pattern to Revan's attacks during the Jedi Civil War. He sought to convert Jedi, not kill them. But that is not all. In fact, he fought to keep the infrastructure intact, killed certain political leaders that would lead to destabilization. First Patriarch Lelin Dur of Sirocco, the Corellian diplomat Mimis Yoon, and Yusunas of Achani. No, you're correct. The pattern ends with Malak. At that point, worlds die indiscriminately. Or seem to. Taris, Dantooine, all become targets during this time. I think he was trying to unify the galaxy against some other threat. I do not know, and that concerns me.
What have you brought? Yes, General? I feel a sense of peace. It was difficult, but I guess I've come to understand something about myself. It's nothing, just something that opened my eyes. Ask me about it some other time. Was this something you wanted me for? I feel a... It's not... Was this... Is there? Must be hearing things, but for a moment.
Když by tam radši dali někoho přátelsky jako třeba Jolieho Benda, co byl první díl, ne takovouhle odpornou čarodějnici. Která je na temné straně.
Jedi.
Co ta bestie zase dělá?
Jedi.
Prosím, probudní světelný meč.
Betrayal. All thoughts of me will slide from your vision, from your mind, like water. You know who I am, but you will be unable to voice it, to remember it. What does a Jedi see? Only what I allow them to see.
Já úplně chápu, proč tenhle ten druhý díl není oblíbený, protože musíme celou hru táhnout tu odpornou zrůdu, která nám vráží při každý příležitosti kudlu do zad.
We've hit the ground. This is Korriban. Why would one of the Jedi you're looking for come here?
It seems quiet. Just the wind. But deep beneath the surface, you can feel the pain of what took place here. There's great power in this place, for those who can hear its call.
There is much that would draw a Jedi to this place. The resting grounds of the ancient and more recently departed Sith contain many teachings believed lost. The most likely place to find our lost Jedi is the ruins of the old academy. If you walk Korriban...
Nechci hodí se, že ani z toho tomu přeskakuje. Říkat, jestli budeš číst kratší po povrchu Korribanu, budeš muset jít beze mě. Je mi jasný proč, protože odporná temnostranická zrůda. Stejně tě sebou nechci. Mít možnost, tak už jsem tě vyhodil. Hned na začátku.
I cannot. This place is strong with the dark side. It is difficult to center myself here. Korriban holds few secrets from me, but much that...
To místo je pro mě velmi temné, asi tak jako tvoje prohnilá duše. To je ideální místo pro to.
Perhaps not, but I would caution you to guard your feelings carefully here. Korriban...
Výstěžná odpověď.
I will remain here and meditate. Our link remains. I shall contact you. The Academy.
Prosím, nedělej to, nespojuj se sebou. Ztráta vlivu kraj.
The structures you see around you are the plundered tombs of the ancient Sith lords. Each tomb was once infused with the history and heritage of the old Sith Empire, containing great mysteries and powerful relics of the Force. However, even the many traps could not long hold back the curious, the fools, and the weak, and so these tombs fell, spilling their secrets into the hands of those unable to comprehend or preserve them.
V prvním dílu jsme to tady přece vyrabovali my, takže to nesmysl, aby tam dali něco dalšího. A to už by nebylo logicky originální.